Thrustmaster. 5500. Prevent. Rotate.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel on this lovely Saturday afternoon here, coming at you from North Texas, i.e. the Lone Star Longhorn Steer livery here with Frontier. It was nice and sunny as I was sitting on the ramp, and then as the stream started, it looks like we have some clouds rolling in over the sun. Made it a little bit more gloomy, which it's unfortunate because it looked really pretty there for a minute. But what's up, guys? Good to see everybody here in the chat today. I wasn't even planning on streaming today, but I was at the office, and you know what? I figured let's go ahead and let's see if we can just go ahead and do a stream. I actually was pretty sick earlier this week. I caught a little bug or something, and I spent most of the week recovering, so now that I got most of my voice back, I might still be a little stuffed up, but I figured let's do a little stream here. It's been too long since we last flew the MD-11 into Toncontin. That was an incredible stream. That was a lot of fun. If you haven't already, go ahead and check that one out. It was the last one I did. At the very least, do yourself a favor and check out the landing that we did, because that was a ton of fun. But you know what, guys? I was even going to do I was in X-Plane 11 a little bit earlier, and I tell you what, man. Something about that sim to me is just, I'm not getting the same feels I used to get. You know, it just feels like I've seen these pictures of X-Plane 12. I know what Microsoft Flight Simulator can produce, and I've been flying some DCS, and I see the lighting in the clouds. It just, X-Plane 11 is, it's hard for me to get back in that sim today or this week. Because I was trying to do an X-Plane 11 stream, but regardless, here we are. Microsoft Flight Sim, Frontier livery, going down to Jamaica. I actually did my honeymoon down here in Sangster, right? We're going to Kingston, Sangster. One of the two, the northern one. So it should be fun. Francisco, good to see you. Fubar, good to see you. Crow, what's up, man? Al, good to see you, man. Beautiful day here in Texas today, huh? Tomorrow's going to be blowing a little bit harder, but the wind has been absolutely maddening up here where I am. So good to see you, Tom Pasco and Guglielmi. Good to see you as well. Let's hope X-Plane 12 lives up to the expectations, Ginar. I'm right there with you. I really hope it does. I really hope it does. It's hard to be harsh on X-Plane 11. It's ancient now. Yeah, it is. It's old. It's ready for an update. It just looks off, Fubar. Yeah, I agree. Just looks off. I even was in the Las Vegas. I was in Las Vegas on the 319. I was going to do a Vegas stream, but the lighting and everything, it just made me feel like, eh. So here we go. Captain Ian, what's up, man? First time here. Welcome to the stream, dude. We're just getting fired up here. We're in the 320 Neo. We're going to fire this puppy up and head down to Jamaica. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome aboard. Tiago, hi from Portugal. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Blue Mac, good to see you as well from Montego. That's Montego Bay we're going to. Yes, sir. That's where we're headed. How long is the flight time? Should be an hour and 20 minutes. So let's get into the cockpit. Let's go ahead and start firing this puppy up here. We are in the latest experimental version of the Fly By Wire Neo. So we're going to batteries on. We'll go ahead and power this sucker up here. I haven't done any pre-flight stuff. Like I said, this is kind of a last-minute stream idea. So I appreciate you guys checking out the stream, dropping a like, saying hi in chat. This should be a nice flight down there. I figured let's go somewhere warm and sunny. Take a little vacation. I'm flying to your home country? That's awesome, man. I love your home country, man. Matter of fact, I might make some more jerk chicken this afternoon. Alright, everything is good. That's up. And what's our outside air temp? It's probably pretty hot outside, isn't it? Alright, let's go up the left-hand side here. Cruise supply on, ground control on, CVR test. Ooh, my lights are on, are they? What lights? Nope, no lights on. Oh, wait a second. Look at that. We do have a light on up top. What's going on up there? Well, that's interesting. Interesting. We'll go auto. Well. Okay, must have a conflicting binding somewhere. It's just a taxi light. We'll just leave it. And the runway turnoff light as well. Well, that's a beacon. All of a sudden, it's bound to my honeycomb. But you know what? Well, screw it. We'll just leave that in the auto position. We'll leave our lights on. It is what it is. Let's go up the left-hand side. I'm not going to deal with bindings right now. Those are going to get to the alignment position. We'll do that. We'll seatbelts can come off, actually. We'll all auto on the no smoking, arm that. And we're not going to do fuel yet because we need to get fuel. Saturday evening entertainment. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. 2 days in a row for the last minute streaming, keeping us on our toes. What's up, James? Yeah, that's... You know, because my voice was pretty bad. So I was like, well, I can't stream. So I was in the office doing stuff. And then yesterday we did the last minute stream in DCS, which was a lot of fun. All right. 2 days. Oh, yeah. Christian says you have some light bound on your yoke or throttle and will turn itself on. Ask me how I know. Christian, yeah, I'm pretty positive. It's on my honeycomb here. Let's go ahead and see if it'll pull our flight plan. There it is. Frontier Flight 357, Miami to Kingston. 1 hour, 20 minutes en route. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and get the weight and balance. Let's get the passengers started here because they do take some time. Leaving the taxi lights on while pushing my eyes, Chris Stupor. Look, I'll tell you what. When as soon as we get everything set up here in the box, I will do some binding. We'll start the boarding process. We're going to uplink that. That is good. It's 25 outside, and we have no low-pressure air. You know what? Those lights are really going to bother me. Those lights are really going to bother me. Let's go ahead and change it right now. It's going to be under my honeycomb. So, because that's on the lighting panel on the honeycomb. Nope. Alpha flight controls. Lights, exterior lights. Let's go ahead and clear. Validate. Clear. Validate. Clear. Validate. Why do I shouldn't even have that for this, but alright, let's just go ahead and apply and save, go back, resume. Cool. I was going to pull the USB, but I need I use some of the buttons for moving my views around. All right, boom, boom, boom. That's good. All right, we're looking good now. Let's get the weather. Flight plan has uplinked. Beautiful. Let's go in here and get a weather. Guglielmi, what's up, man? Welcome. Let's do a weather request. Let's go ahead and get all of it if we can. As far as our flight plan is concerned, out to Ursus. Do I have my OFP linked? I don't think I linked my sim brief. Import sim brief data? Oh, I did. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Let's go all the way down. Oh, it brings it in the other format. Ooh. We're on the Guava 1. Man, I could use some guava juice right now. Doesn't that sound good? I like guava juice. Alright, here we go. It's time to invest in the Stream Deck. What is... I've heard of guys talk about Stream Deck. I don't even know what it is or what it does. Go ahead and print that. Come out here. I don't think we have ATC. We have Cineron down there in Jamaica, which is cool, but no ATC here, so we'll go ahead and put 2,000 in the box preemptively. We'll pull this up here. Oh, I can barely read it because of the sun. Miami 270 at 12, gusting 20, 10 miles, few clouds. Altimeter 3011. .3011 is set, which is 1020. And that's synced. Beautiful. So let's, I guess if we're going to do that, we'll probably depart off of 2.7 then. Let's just depart. Can we take 2.7? Let's come back over here to the charts. Yeah, let's take 2.7 because that'll be a short taxi out anyway. It'll be right down the pipe. Nobody online, so. Tom, can't believe we're going to the Caribbean and we're all out of rum. Gonna have to get some more, my friend. We're gonna part 2.7 on the Guava 1. And according to the rest of our flight plan, let me pull that up on this page here so I can just see this real quick. Do we have a transition? Guava 1 to Ursus and the OMAX 5. So that looks good. Ursus transition. Insert. Flown over Ursus hundreds of times. Once we get down there to Kingston, let's plan on the arrival. Let's just load up. Well, I guess we can see it here. Winds are 050 at 13, so perfect. We'll set up for the ILS 7 on the OMAX 5. And do we have the VIA in our flight plan? We are not. We're coming from Inari, so we're just going to do no VIA. We'll insert that. Inari. Insert. And our flight plan is in the box. Secondary, we're not going to do that right now. RadNav page, nothing to hard tune. The init B page, we're going to leave this until we're done. We need a little bit more gas. We got 8.1. We need to change that. We need to go up to 11. Let's just call it 12,000 pounds. Let's do 12.5. We'll do real time. Refueling has commenced. There we go. When's the overhead panel coming in? Chris Stuper. No overhead panel, my friend. I see, Crow. Basically, it's just an additional mapping software. I don't think I need it, to be honest with you. I use a Nix. I've got so many buttons and controllers that, you know, if I need to map something, I can map it. But I got 2 monitors running for streaming. I don't need any more buttons. Just lead to more confusion. Roy Tech, good morning, sir. Welcome to the stream, man. Last minute stream. Welcome on board. I really like these sharklets. They got the Longhorn. Look at that Longhorn sitting out there. On the way into the Ofsted, drove by a couple Longhorns just out there by the property. I love seeing that. Little piece of home wherever you go. Ooh, this is a cool shot here. This is Chris Stuper's view down here at the ramp view while we're boarding up. Tollers or fly by wire? Man, you know, if you really need to like study systems, you want to probably be on the tollers for sure. But if you just want to be in a sim that's extremely beautiful and you can do A to B operation, fly by wire is coming along nicely, man. Got to get you one of those autopilot panels that XP has. Oh yeah, Jeff, you talking about the what is it? The upfront controller or UFC panel? I saw that. Looked very nice. The autopilot panel up here. Very nice indeed. All right, so we're boarding. You know what? We should wait 10 minutes prior, but the cabin is probably going to get hot here. Let's do a check here. Let's go conditions. Cabin is a 25C. All right, we'll leave it for now. It's not too hot, but we'll leave it for now. We'll wait on the APU, but everything else is ready to go. So we are going to set this to VOR constraint mode 3011. Let's take a look at our departure procedure. We are on the Guava, which is right here off of 27. That's going to be a westbound departure. Let's make this, actually, you know what, let's pin it. And let's make it full screen here, zoom in a little bit. Accelerate to 250, we can do that. No restrictions on the departure other than that first one there out to Ursus. Top altitude assigned by ATC. We don't have any ATC on, so we'll just set our cruise altitude right now of 35,000 feet. I thought 25C is nice. 25C is like 75 degrees, isn't it? That's not too bad. It's your city, you're currently 31. Yeah, 25C is nice. In fact, I think our SOP says if you're at 80, I think when they reach 80 degrees, you have to have the air on or you can't board past 85, something like that. All right, so we've got, oh, that's 250. Let's set 370 is set. 12.6, our fueling is complete. Let me check the fuel panel. We are on board and balanced. Let's go ahead and get our fuel pumps on. Seatbelt sign on. Pry in the APU. We're going to go ahead and get it started now. Because it's probably going to start getting warmer. You sit here, that sun comes out. Flap is open. Let's fire her up. Oh, 80 Fahrenheit is 26.6. Close enough. 25C is 77. Okay, close enough. Romulus, what's going on, man? Hey, Romulus, I put the Velcro on the pedals. Much better. Like, they don't tip at all. I just use the Velcro directly to the carpet. It's awesome. What's up, man? I flew Baltimore to MKJS yesterday in the 7-3 approach. Oh, same approach. Was mirroring a flight my stepson was on. That's awesome, Romulus. Good deal, man. Love the sounds. Love the sounds. What I think about the fly-by-wire close to reality? Yeah, man. It's getting there. It's definitely getting there. All right, let's go 3 minutes on the chrono before we turn the bleed on. How we looking on our loading? And while we do that, let's put MIA right here in the prog page. Let's come back, ATSU, AOC, weight and balance. We are 109 of 128 people. Do a quick review of our taxi out plan here. Let's close this. Gotta figure out how to manipulate this better. 10.9. We'll go full screen on you. So 2.7 is actually going to be a pretty quick taxi out. We'll start both engines at the gate. Oh yeah, look at that. We're going to come out spot 24, Quebec 10 to 2.7. Super easy taxi out. Man, whoever made the V1 coffee mug, I totally screwed up. I actually downloaded it, but I didn't put it in the folder yet. So I need to get my V1 coffee mug. Someone posted in the Discord. Whoever made that, that's pretty sweet. Wish I had it on board right now. Pin more charts. So yeah, I got to pin. Where do you find the pinned charts though? So like if you pin it, oh, pin charts right here. Huh. Alright. Now how do I get back? Oh, okay, Navigraph. Alright, cool deal. Alright, we know where we are. Altitude 27 is set. Almost done boarding. Listen to the sound of those fuel pumps on, though. A little bit of aileron droop. You see that? That's cool. I don't know if is that new? Accurate to the real thing as well. No hydraulics. Can have some droop. Joseph. Oh, boarding completed. There we go. So she's going to come up front and talk to me. Should do this. Blue Bear, what's up, man? Welcome. Let's just go straight back in the alley like this, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, on behalf of myself, your captain, the first officer, and cabin crew, I'd like to take this time to welcome you aboard our flight. We're just wrapping up some paperwork up front here and waiting to receive final numbers from the ground crew, then we'll be on our way. Flight attendants will be coming through the cabin shortly with a very important safety briefing. We do ask that you give them your full, undivided attention as they review the safety operations of this Airbus aircraft. We do appreciate your business having you aboard this flight. If there's anything we do to make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
Beautiful. Love that announcement. Whoever made that's a real fake pilot for sure. Scott, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Just joining in. Perfect timing, Scott. We just finished the boarding process. We're going to close up the doors. There's 3 minutes on the bleed, so we're going to go APU bleed on. We're going to go ahead and get rid of the external power. Let's go ahead and close up some doors. We got our fuel. We already looked at all that. Let's come back to services. Let's go ahead and get rid of you. We've already pulled that. Let's close the door, and let's get rid of the jet bridge. Captain, you good to close? Yes, ma'am. Good to close. Going out to 27. Let's do our final weight and balance number here on the init B. We're going to go... Block fuel is 12.6. And we'll pull our zero fuel and CG. He's just a ramp guy. Alright, looks like the fuel page is semi-working again. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go pack flow high, but this won't make a difference while we're on the ground on APU air. But let's go ahead and lower the cabin temps. Now, fun fact about these knobs up here, you're not actually controlling the actual cabin temperature. You are moving a window of which the flight attendants will then adjust. I believe 15 degrees of either side. So you set a basic threshold, and then the flight attendants can move it much more precisely, up or down 15 degrees. I believe it's 15 degrees. But pack flow high is for high humidity, full load of passengers, something like that, and you're in hot temperatures and high density altitude environments, and you need to get the cabin cooled quickly. But this only works when you are on a dual bleed operation, so you got to have both engines running. If you're down to single bleed or the APU bleed, it will automatically default to the high position. Alright, make sure there's nothing behind us. We're pretty much all closed. Let's go ahead and throw the beacon on.
Flight attendants, arm doors, and cross-check.
Alright, doors closed and armed. Let's go ahead and close this one. Before start checklist, all the way. Windows, doors, and slides, closed and armed. Beacon on. Thrust levers idle. Parking brake, it is on. Transponder is auto. 4-star checklist is complete, essentially. We skipped some steps there, but it's good to go. Let's get out of here.
Cockpit to ground.
This is ground. Stand by.
Cam, what's going on, man? Happy Saturday. Welcome to the stream, sir.
To fasten your seatbelt, insert the flat metal edge into the buckle and pull on the strap to tight. The release should lift the top flap of the buckle. Please keep your seatbelt fastened.
Crow, no, it doesn't. You don't actually hear it from up front. When you make a PA, you don't even hear your own voice.
Your life vest is in a pouch under your seat. If instructed by the crew, tear open the pouch, remove the vest, and pull it over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist. Secure the buckle and pull the strap tight. Are you ready to the aircraft replacement by pulling down?
What's map partially displayed? Probably because...
The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
That would only be there if you had like waypoints and they weren't all displayed or something. I'm not sure why that's still
We're
there.
cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Brakes release, clear to
Parking
push.
brakes are released.
Overhead.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
Yep, live
will
weather,
start in
live
the
time.
sequence.
Live weather, live time.
Fubar,
Fubar, I agree, man. The ambiance in that 320 mod is just unreal.
First before helping others, and we'll let you know when it's no longer needed. We'll be passing through the cabin to make sure we are ready for departure. You can help us by making sure your seatbelt is fastened. Your seat back is upright, your tray table.
Will I do some Flight Factor 757 streams?
If you have any questions about the things
Like a
you
DHL in
said,
Costa Rica,
please
maybe?
contact us to ask.
We'll see. Here's the thing, I was saying it earlier, man. X-Plane 11 is just not, I'm having a hard time flying that sim right now, to be honest with you. I love the MD-11, even though it's got its quirks and stuff. I don't know if it's been updated yet. Had a lot of fun flying it. I'm sure it'll be awesome in X-Plane 12. I just, 11 as a platform right now to me is almost dead in my own mind. I'm going to make a lot of people unhappy, but I'll still fly X-Plane 11 until 12 comes out. Just right now at this current moment, I'm not, just kind of burn out on it, you know, suffering from a little burnout on X-Plane 11. Crow, yeah, they need to re-record them. I'll do a. Well, we should get Blue because he's a real ramper too. So get Blue Games. And then either me or any other pilots out there will do like a actual cockpit communication. That'd be kind of cool. How cool would it be to have Blue as the tug driver voice? I will definitely pick Microsoft Flight Simulator Airports this Easter sale. Oh yeah. I mean, just look at this pushback and the sounds in here. It's awesome, man. Yeah, you could make it. Yeah, you could just replace the sound files. I remember someone was telling me that. Hey, Golden State, what's up, man? Welcome aboard. Yeah, I think so too, dude. Just from the pictures I've been seeing, from what
Okay,
they've been
pushback
posting.
completed. Please set your parking brake.
Brake set,
Parking
clear
brake
disconnect.
set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
All right, we're gonna reset that. We're gonna go ahead and start them up.
Ground. You may disconnect.
Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect. Pin has been removed. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
All right.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Here we go. Turning engine 1. I'm going to be quiet. Enjoy the startup. I smile every time I listen to this, guys. Literally, every time we start up, I'm smiling. So good. We have a short taxi out, so we're going to go ahead and just fire up number 2 while we're sitting here. A little PTU kick on there. You can hear that out of sync, that fan blade, that whoom, 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 whoom. It's because it's not synced up. It's not the same harmonics as the number 1 engine. That is awesome. Now wait till they both get stable. You'll hear that whoom, 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 whoom. That'll go away. See, they're coming up to speed. I mean, it's like study level sounds. A Fubar. Yes, Fubar. I'm going to load that one in. I'm going to load it in, man. I'm going to see if I can do it in cruise. I don't know if I'll be able to do it while streaming. I'm going to do it in cruise. Scott, 13 months supporting the new loyalty badge. Look at those, man. You got the silver stripes now. I'm gonna change the ultimate to 24 month. It's gonna be like a V1 bars or something, so it'll kind of differentiate to make you've achieved V1 status. But yeah, awesome, Scott. Thank you so much for your continued support, man. 13 months. That's awesome. Huge shout out, dude. You guys are awesome. Let me go tiller cam here real quick. We're gonna arm the spoy brakes, and in fact, before I do that, we're gonna go normal here. We're gonna do a flaps 1, right? Paro Santos, what's up, man? From Tampa, Florida. Welcome, dude. Welcome. All right, I think we're good. Let's get a little bit of lighting in here. I feel like these clouds are kind of raining on my parade. Let's brighten up the cockpit just a little bit here. All right, so that's set. That's set. You know what? We never set our V speeds, did we? Come down here to the perf page. We did not. We're gonna do a flaps 1. And what do we got here? 130, 134. We'll call it 130, 130, 134, flaps 1. And we're doing Toga thrust because it is kind of gusty out there, but we got plenty of runway. All right, let's taxi on out. We're going to 27. Man, it should really just be right out. It should be right there. Let's go brakes off. Taxi light on. I wish there was a drive-by cam. Wow, we're pretty light. Look, she just started rolling. Yep, I already set the 0 fuel weight. What's our weight? We gotta be pretty light here. Yeah, 136.6 is a light 320. Need no thrust at all. Let's do a brake check. Pressure 0. Cool. Testing out my new rudder pedals. I forgot my navs. Oh, you know what? That's because everything was messed up at the gate earlier. We fixed that now. All right, how we looking? I think, excuse me, I think we just go right out here. We'll pull up and hold short, and then we'll do all of our checks short of the runway. Because this is 27 right here. That worked out real nice. So this single line is a ramp control line. So we can pass that. This black and yellow line here with the vertical bars, that's for the ILS critical area, which that should not be in use, so we can taxi past that. But we want to hold short of the double horizontal line. So we're going to hold short of that, which is the runway hold short line. Look at that line up right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's the tiller cam action. Brought to you by Cat 3 Design. Awesome stuff. Let's go ahead and stop right there. Brake set. Taxi light off. Take a look out here. So you can see what let's go over this real quick because I feel like this is something that's missed a lot. This double dash and double solid horizontal line, that is a runway hold short line. So if you are on the solid side, you are not allowed to cross this line unless you have a clearance. If you're on the dashed side or the broken side, you can taxi across it. In fact, you are supposed to taxi across it. It's when you're like clearing a runway or vacating a runway. Your whole aircraft needs to be clear of this line here. This vertical line, these vertical lines, this is called the ILS critical area hold point. So if they were doing ILSs to minimums, they would have to protect the ILS glide slope antenna and the localizer antenna. So they don't want any aircraft taxiing into this. So this would become the new hold short line if the ILS critical area was active. Now, earlier you saw there was that single dash line, which I don't have my other remote, so I can't really get over here, but here it is right here. You can barely see it. It's basically this, but single. This is a movement area designator. So you can taxi onto it. In fact, I think this one is, yeah, that's correct. You can taxi this way, same thing as a runway with it's broken, but coming out, you have to get on contact with somebody. So basically, this is a ramp area, probably non-controlled, so you can taxi across that line without a clearance. To come across this way, anytime you cross a solid line, you need to have a clearance from air traffic control. Now, without ATC, obviously, it's not a big deal, but let's go ahead and do our flight control checks now that we are here. Full up, full down, neutral, full left. Full right. Rudder. Full left. Look at that. Full right. Neutral. Auto brakes max. Takeoff config checked. I know it's in op, but turn it on. Radar PWS. TCAS code set TARA. And let's make a little PA. Cool. This is Latin VFR Miami. Latin VFR. Miami traffic Frontier Flight 357 departing runway 27 to the west, then southbound on the Guava 1 Miami. Alright. Clear left. Let's light it up and get out of here. Do you sometimes have radar in op? No.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Radar needs to be operative for... If it's in op, if both systems are in op, there's actually some substantial limitations to that aircraft. Now, you can have one of the two systems in op, sure. Matter of fact, most of ours only have one radar. Hawks, what's up, man? Welcome, dude. Fubar says you're... I'm reading the chat. Ooh, look at these textures on the runway. Very nice. Fubar says your Bravo Etsy Airbus setup was too good. I had to pull the trigger. Can't wait for it to all get here. Nice, Fubar. You're going to love it, man. You're going to absolutely love it. All right, are you guys ready to go? Let's do this. Nose forward on the stick. Let's do it from right here. Spool them up. 50. Give me those yogas in chat. 170 watching. Give me a like and a yoga in chat. Here we go. Spooling them up. Yoga. Yes, sir. Man, Toga, SRS runway auto thrust is blue. Thrust set, 100 knots. We're late on that. Check. V1. Wow, we're light. Rotate. Pause. Right. Gear up. Fly by. Ish. See ya later, Miami. We are just ripping at 136,000 pounds in Toga thrust. Look at that. Lever climb. Let's go ahead and lower the nose here a little bit. There's our positive trend in airspeed. We'll bring it back to our detents here. Thrust, climb, climb, auto thrust. Looks like we're going to have a slight left turn out here. We'll keep it in this view here. Look at the lighting on the sounds. Ooh, boy. Yeah, Marwin. A light 320 and Toga thrust. 27 knot headwind is going to go skyrocketing. Not even sure where the flight directors are. Just starting to turn there prematurely. Cedar, that's awesome, man. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, let's get back on our flight director here. There's S-speed. Flap 0. After takeoff checklist. When do you generally turn off the runway turn-off and landing lights? 10,000 feet. 10,000 feet. All right, here comes that turn to the left. Got the longhorn out there on the sharklet. Oh, I love it. DTs, what's up, man? I'm loving the tiller, man. I'm loving the tiller. I use the tiller on every airplane, man. It's fantastic. Obviously, it's the best in the Airbus, but using it on the MD-11 is a lot of fun. But yeah, having the tiller just adds that immersion. I mean, that's Look at that. I mean, this looks like it's straight out of a cockpit of the Airbus, and even the top of the tiller is the same material that you'd find on that console. It looks identical. I mean, I can't tell you how identical it looks. All right, there's 7.3. We're plus 22, but I don't trust the icing model for Microsoft, so we're going to turn it all on just because I don't trust it. In a real-world scenario at plus 22C, there's no need for any engine anti-ice right now, or wing anti-ice for that matter. But because I don't trust the icing model, I'm going to turn it on here. So there's 9.7. We're getting close to 10,000. Let's go ahead and kill our lights. So whoever was just asking about that, there's 10,000 feet. I'm going to kill both of these. Kill that. Kill the wing light. Ding the flight attendants, let them know we're out of 10. Wrong way, what's up, man? No autopilot yet? You've got a 65-inch Tom coming next weekend? No more squinting for the flight directors. Heck yeah, man. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, sometimes they're a little hard to see. Microsoft does this thing where, like, if you look outside, it makes everything dark. It's to simulate your eyes adjusting or something. I'll tell you what, let's pull a trick out of the real-world controller situation down here. A lot of time you just get direct Ursus. Let's go ahead and direct to Ursus. Bank angle check to the right. Here we come. I'm gonna just kind of don't want to put my wingtip in that cloud. Let's see how we do here. Oof, just missed it. Gutsiest move I ever seen, man. Alright, we're probably going to hit the top of this one. So in a situation like this, you could just do a little pitch up here. You don't really need to go to 300 knots just yet. Pitch above the flight directors, get a little excess climb rate, but you got to be careful you don't go below green dot, or typically my cutoff is about 250 knots. So, you know, I'm pitching up, doing about 6,000 feet a minute almost there. There's 6,000 feet a minute. We didn't quite top it, but we're going to start losing that speed, so go ahead and lower that nose, get back down to the flight directors. There we go. Not bad at all. We'll go ahead and lower the nose, let the speed start to pick up. Yeah, we're just going to hand fly this sucker all the way there. How about that? You guys get the full treatment today. You get the full treatment up to 18,000 feet. Matter of fact, there it is. And honestly, a lot of times I do fly it up to 18,000. There's 18,000 feet. We'll go ahead and pull for standard. Autopilot 1. STDs are set for you and me. One for the jump seater. I don't know why it's saying map partially displayed. Why we're in QFE. Q&H. There we go. Alright, cool. We're looking good. I don't think we need the ice anymore. Let's kill that. Close all that. Let's put you guys back in the regular can. And I'm going to turn down the sounds a wee bit here. So I'm going to turn them down right here. Audio, engine interior. Not the engine oil, wind interior. Oh yeah, let's turn the wind down to about 20. 25 or so. What's our cost index? Definitely not fast enough. We're going to change that right now. 18. We're going on vacation, y'all. 99, that sucker. May not change. We'll see. Should change. At a 99, we should be doing 7.8 in the climb. Cruise manage to 90. Negative, Ghost Rider. Let's go ahead and change that right now. Let's dial this up to 320 knots. It's a smooth ride right now. right, back to the chat. Thanks for hanging tight there for the departure, guys. 7.4s can have brakes deferral per the master MEL book, but you have to minimum... Oh, sorry, I didn't know what you were talking about there. Read the wrong comment. Good night. Love the slow road to the full cockpit view when it's on. James, I got something else coming, too. I got something else coming that's super juicy. It's probably going to be a couple weeks till I see it, but I'm very excited. Very excited. Al says, out west of Fort Worth, I don't hear as much commercial noise as I used to. Is that weather dependent? It'll definitely be weather dependent, Al. So with that north winds, when we get north winds, everybody's going to be taking off to the north, going up, and you're going to be hearing a lot of traffic. Now with the south wind, typically in the summertime, we get those south winds. It's all south flow. Now they have added some stars and some new arrivals, which may make a little bit of a difference, but mostly weather dependent. And if you're just hearing less and less noise, honestly, it's probably just because of reduced flying schedules. How come you don't want to go through the top of the cloud turbulence? Yeah, you try to miss them if you can. Passenger comfort, right? That's what we're all about. As pilots, as commercial pilots, I should say. You want to make sure your passengers are comfortable. If you don't have to go through a cloud, try not to. Don't put the airplane in an undesirable state because you're trying to miss a cloud. But typically, when you get a lot of those, let's see if we can see some out here. So, like a lot of this, I love the weather in Microsoft, the clouds. So, like this type of weather, where you see, let me turn this down, this is just way too loud out here. So this type of weather that you see here, it's like kind of like a broken, just almost like a bunch of cotton balls everywhere, but every now and then you see a bigger one. Those bigger ones are bigger for a reason. There's convective activity that's starting to build. You get a lot of updrafts. So even though they're relatively small, it could be a nice little jolt to the cabin if you fly right through it. And sometimes there's no avoiding it, especially in South Florida. I mean, you get vectored around, there is no avoiding it. You're going to fly through them. But if you're on a departure, you're hand flying, and you can climb above it. Yeah, just climb above it. It's a very common practice. Am I excited for the new Top Gun movie? Of course, man. Matter of fact, our pilots union, our real world union, they actually posted important dates for the summer, like stuff coming up for like bidding and all that stuff. And the Top Gun movie was on that email. Thought it was kind of funny. Wasn't that you saying you can put a coworker on a do not pair with me? Yes, Syntac, you can. You can. Fly manually to 18,000 poor folks. Christian. Yeah, they don't like me sometimes. I'll do it, especially, honestly, it's not a big deal at all, but if it's a super busy airspace situation, maybe coming out of Atlanta. Atlanta's not too bad, though, because they keep you on the STAR or on the SID most of the time, but there's some departures where they give you a heading instead of following the departure, and then they give you an altitude, and then a heading and an altitude and a frequency change. And so if you're hand flying, the FO, in my case, would be doing all of the stuff. He'd be changing the heading, he'd be changing the altitude, he'd be changing the frequency. So it does become a little bit more of a workload. And in that aspect, I will sometimes just get the autopilot on. So, especially if there's weather coming up, there's weather and we're trying to avoid weather, then I'll just put the autopilot on so I can fully focus on managing the airplane and he can fully focus on the communications. That's why they encourage autopilot use as well during, an abnormal, because if you have the autopilot during an abnormal situation, it's a huge help in being able to work through any system failures or any ECAMs that you got to do. Let's shorten the line. Let's go direct to Nibio, shall we? Nibio, insert. Boom. Man, I wish we had a flyby view. I like this Frontier livery. Could you explain what unreliable airspeed is and what you do to address it? So, unreliable airspeed, it's kind of a loaded question, but basically you have exactly what it's called, unreliable airspeed, or you have one or two or all three airspeed indicators could be giving you false information. Now, there's different ways you can handle this. Most of the time you're going to have a memory item. And your memory item is dependent upon what your altitude is. So you have pitch and power. So 10 in climb, 5 in climb, and 15 in Toga. And it all depends on what your altitude. Are you above thrust reduction altitude? Are you below thrust reduction altitude? Are you above thrust reduction but below 10? Or are you above 10,000 and above thrust reduction altitude? So all those pitch and powers will change. They're all memory items. And that's just to get you in a desirable aircraft state. So that's a really bad day where you just have to go right to 10 and 15 and climb, or 10 and climb, I should say. 10 and climb, with 10 being the attitude, climb being climb thrust. So you select climb thrust, you pitch up 10 degrees, and then that'll start putting you in a desirable state. Now, what some airplanes have, well, what all the Airbuses have, is a backup speed scale. Now, some of the newer aircraft, actually all the newer aircraft, they actually have a button right here that says backup speed scale, and when you press that, your airspeed indicator now becomes an AOA indicator, and it's very helpful. Now with FMS2, that's actually going to change, and it's going to give you predicted readouts. They'll have quotation marks around them, but with FMS2, they'll have predicted readouts even in the backup speed scale. Now the newer airplanes that don't have this backup speed scale push button, you can still trigger it manually by selecting your ADIRs off. So that's another way to put the aircraft in the backup speed scale, which at that point you're just flying AOA. It's no big deal. You know, you're high or you're fast or you're slow. Once you understand speed and AOA, that there's a big difference between your actual airspeed and the AOA. It's not that complicated at all to fly that way. So that's how you would remedy that situation. But yeah, we train for unreliable airspeed every year as well. You get a different scenario in the sim. When was the last time I flew to MBJ? Like in real life? It's been a long time, man. It's been a while. Actually, no, I take that back. It was, we did go down there a couple weeks ago. But other than that, it's probably been years since I flew down there. But we did do a turn out of there 2 weeks ago, something like that. Picked up some Jamaican hot sauce, ate some jerk chicken. Awesome. DHL Tokyo Drift reenactment today? No. That was crazy, Steve. Have I jump seated in the 220? I have not, Syntac. I have not jump seated in the 220. I've looked up front. I've flown on a 220 once or twice, maybe? I can't remember. But I've never jump seated up front. Nice clean cockpit. It's a lot of glass. I'll tell you what, it's a lot of glass up there. Have I flown to Lima, Peru? I have been to Lima, Peru. What's up, Sculpture Shock? Welcome. Is there any reason or any reports on the Chinese crash from a few weeks ago? I haven't heard or seen anything, Marwin. And unfortunately, with that, of course, being in China, I don't think we are going to see or hear much of anything for a while. And even then, what we do see or hear, I don't know how reliable it will be. It'll be interesting. Golden State, I'd love a 220 as well, man. I think it's kind of a niche little airplane that, you know, kind of that 190 replacement. What do I think about the JetBlue acquisition proposal? Very interesting, tough. You talking about the acquisition to Spirit from JetBlue? Hey, man, that's very interesting. We'll see what happens. All cash offer. I mean, that's pretty interesting. Now we'll have to see if the Frontier management will counter. As far as you know, looking at it from a pilot list standpoint, the Frontier Spirit merger would be much more, how do I say this? It'd probably be much more it would be easier. Let's just say it'd be easier to merge a seniority list with Frontier and Spirit. JetBlue, while they provide fantastic customer service and passenger experience, in fact, I love flying on JetBlue. If I have to fly a transcon or something, I always check to see if JetBlue's got a flight. But as far as, you know, a quality of life standpoint, JetBlue is a little bit different. They have a very stagnant seniority list. They don't have a lot of movement. So that whole merger or that whole acquisition thing, it has nothing to do with, oh, JetBlue wants to buy Spirit routes or Spirit. No, all they want to do is buy pilots and airplanes. That's it. That's all it is. It's just an acquisition of pilots because no one wants to apply there if you have a stagnant seniority list. And I'm not saying they don't get applications. I don't know what their application hire is, but what I'm getting at is the whole point of that is JetBlue, from a management standpoint, they need to buy airplanes and they need to buy pilots. And that's what they're doing. That's 100% what they're doing. So, the whole Spirit model, from what I've heard, would be dissolved and be sucked right into JetBlue, so it wouldn't even be like Spirit exists anymore, which is kind of sad, but a lot of people hate Spirit, so it is what it is. But as far as, why are they doing it, it's 100% for airplanes and pilots. JetBlue bid to buy Spirit from the merger. Yeah, they put an all-cash offer in. I believe it was like 40% more or something. I mean, I don't, maybe someone knows the numbers, but basically it was $33 a share for a shareholder versus $23 a share on the Frontier proposition. So, depends. Slider says, I actually start flying for Spirit in about a month from now, having fun learning everything about the 320. Slider 466. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. That's exciting stuff. Hopefully you live on the East Coast, because the way it's looking, it looks like, whether it be Frontier or Spirit or JetBlue, East Coast is going to be where it's at. Here's the other problem with what I see, just from talking to guys out on the line and stuff, and guys that work for JetBlue and guys that work for Spirit, is JetBlue has an alliance with American called the Northeast Alliance. And basically, if the merger were to go, or the acquisition were to go through, they're not going to be able to compete with American Airlines in their Dallas hub and in their Chicago base. So because Spirit has a base in both of those locations, they would probably close those bases right away, which would suck for all those guys. So it just depends. There's 1,000 feet to level off. We'll stay here till we level. But it's very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. Do airlines rent or buy planes? Both. Most of the time they're leased. Which rudder pedals did I get? Pack no AAA from the factory. What's up, man? That was a hell of a flight yesterday. So I do have, and I'm glad to say this, I do have the MFG crosswind rudder pedals. So I wanted to put them into the test before I start talking about them. Now, obviously, it's not a sponsor plug or anything. I went out and purchased these. You guys know I've been really looking for some rudder pedals for quite some time. Finally got them. I'm loving the crosswinds, MFG crosswinds. I had a little bit of a tipping issue where, like, if you put one foot on it, if they're not mounted properly, it'll tip, whereas my Satex, I could just put a foot on there and they're floor mounted essentially. So as long as they're not sliding, they're not going anywhere. But Romulus gave me a great idea with the Velcro, so I just Velcroed part of it to the floor, and now they are rock solid. And so far, I'm loving them. For everybody that tuned into the Apache stream yesterday, got to see me. That's where they really come to shine. Flying helicopters or light GA aircraft. I've been flying that Cessna 414 around a bit as well. But so far, I am loving them. In fact, this will be the first ever Airbus landing on the new rudder pedals, so that'll be exciting. Yannick, what's up, man? Thanks for the great streams. Thank you for your continued support, dude. 17 months. Huge shout out to you, man. Thank you for that. I'm glad you're enjoying the content, man. Welcome aboard. Elena Zane, I'm so excited. I just bought a pair of MFG pedals. Look, they are awesome. I'll tell you right now, they're awesome. I personally bought the damper kit because I do fly a lot of helicopter stuff. You could probably get away without it just fine, but I do have the damper kit, which is nice, and I like being able to just adjust the spring tension with a little screw. All you do with a little finger screw, you can just go down there and twist it. You can make it firmer or harder on the spring tension. So they are super nice, really well done. All right, let's go ahead and kill the seatbelt sign. That's coming off. Let's see if we get a PA back here, and then well, actually, what's our cruise altitude? I bet it's not set. That says 390. We're going to set our cruise altitude 370. So we should be at cruise altitude now. Scroll, should you use Velcro too? Yeah, awesome. All right, nice, man. Glad you enjoyed it. Do you, or did I get the hydraulic? Yes, I did. I did. I'm loving them. Do you think the FS community is too quick to a day one aircraft? to do.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
once
hold
again,
on.
the flight deck, your captain speaking. We've just reached our cruising altitude for the flight. As it begins to settle in, I do want to remind you to please keep your feet and elbows clear from the aisle, as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin with galley carts shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating to the front galley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
Beautiful. All right, let's go outside for a little bit. Let's turn this down. I got a little bit of some Jamaican music, I think, or some reggae. Let's see what the old sound studio has on here. We'll get that fired up. Oop, not that. Close you. There we go. Out over the ocean, man. Love it. Is that too loud? Hopefully that's not too loud. Let me know. Do I think the FS community is too quick to day one an aircraft being critical of unfinished? Syntax, you know what? It just depends. I think you can look at that on a case-by-case basis, honestly. Because I think some aircraft that come out, if you're talking to the Rotate MD-11, I mean, that airplane, that was just botched from the beginning when they announced it, how long it was. So, I don't know. I'll tell you this thing. The community as a whole, not necessarily the streamers and the content creators out there, but a lot of the community is pretty harsh, as whether it be comments or just messages in chat. There are some people that are pretty harsh in this community. Now, I haven't actually got to interact with anybody at any of these FS Expos, which is something I would love to do. I'm hoping to be able to do one. I was going to do last year, but stuff came up, couldn't do it. But I would love to actually go to one of the expos and actually meet a lot of these guys face to face. But the FS community as a whole is pretty hard. It's pretty hard to please. Let me just put it that way. How does it feel to listen to yourself in the cabin mod? I don't know what you're talking about. Command strips, that's good. That's another good one too. You know what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to end up mounting them in the future. I have some more peripherals coming this week on Monday. So once I get everything done, it'll be the last order of stuff. Then I'll be able to. I'm going to do some hardcore mounting and readjusting. So I've adjusted the cam here. If you look, I don't know if I like this angle. You know, so I bought some actual camera mounts. I mean, I might keep this one. I might keep this angle here because I basically just have this resting on top of an MF, one of my mounts that's mounting some of my other throttle stuff. But I got to change this one. I'm probably going to get a new camera for this to match the quality of this because this camera is much more high quality. And then I'm getting something over here, soon TM, that I think you guys are going to really, really enjoy. So I'll definitely have to get a new camera for that, but we'll see. Have I ever used rain repellent? Yeah, all the time, man. So the rain repellent, what he's referring to, the rain repellent up here on the overhead, it just seems so loud. Come on. Well, it's a new song anyway. We'll see what the next song sounds like. But rain repellent up here, I use that a lot when there is a, how do I say it, like a heavy mist. So not super hard rain, but like when it's a light rain, small droplets and a lot of them, that's what makes the windshield kind of hard to see out of unless you got the wipers going a million miles a minute. So that's when I find the rain repellent is really good. When you have big fat drops and a heavy thunderstorm, most of the time I just use the wipers, or it's just they kind of dissipate off the windshield a little bit easier than that real heavy misty type rain. That's when the rain repellent comes in handy, in my opinion. Francisco, can someone help me? Honeycomb or Bravo or Super Taurus? Francisco, I've got the Super Taurus, man. If you watched part of the Apache stream yesterday, you saw me flying with it. I absolutely love the Super Taurus from WinWing. But here's the thing. It depends on what you fly most, because the Super Taurus is very much so geared towards military combat aviation. So keep that in mind. The Bravo is absolutely fantastic. I mean, it is I have to say, it's absolutely fantastic for civil sims. You can literally configure this throttle to any airplane, anyone. And it's with just pop it off. It's such an awesome design that it will forever be part of my sim hardware setup. And what makes it really nice too is the way it mounts. I can just unscrew these two little feet in the back, and I can literally just pull this off my desk. So when I do my combat stuff, I put another stick here. So I literally just unplug the Bravo, unscrew the two little feet at the back, and this slides forward, pops off. The mount stays put on the desk, and I can just do another mounting solution on top, and it's perfect. So the Bravo, I highly, highly recommend if you're looking at a throttle setup for civilian sims. The Bravo is just awesome for that. The versatility and everything. Obviously, you see my Airbus mods on here from Etsy. You can buy additional levers and kits. You can buy an Airbus kit from Bravo, from Honeycomb as well. So awesome. And this is 100% not a sponsor plug either. I mean, I bought my Bravo with my own money. So it's just my personal experience to you guys. As a matter of fact, I bought the Bravo on stream. Somebody told me they had them in stock, and I bought it because I had been looking for a while. Jeff says, if you like the XP72 autopilot panel, I'm the guy that makes it. Awesome. You know what? I recognized. You know what? I thought I recognized your logo there, Jeff. Hit me up. If not, no worries. Works great with the A320NX, though. Jeff, you know what? I would love to try it. I'll message you. And if I don't message me, I'm really bad at getting back to people on DM. But you know, I would, of course, I always love trying things, and if it helps you get your product out there more, absolutely, man. I did watch XP messing with it and playing with it on his stream, and it makes it so much easier. You know, you don't have to come up here and scroll stuff, especially when there's no, like when the click spots aren't very good. Fly By Wire mod is pretty good click spots, honestly. But yeah, it would be cool to just come up here and actually punch the buttons. Absolutely. Look at that. Were we over Cuba? Awesome, Jeff. Thanks, man. Francisco, yeah. If you fly mostly Civi Sims, as much as I love my Super Taurus, and it's a high quality throttle, man, it's the Bravo is mostly all Civi stuff. Liam, what's up, man? Welcome. First stream you caught in a while. Well, welcome on board. Nevada says the community is harsh. That's true, but don't you also think the MD-11 has been a disappointment for a lot of people after being released like a beta? Oh yeah, Nevada, 100%. I agree with you, man. I'm not defending that at all, man. I think here's the thing, and I watched comments on live streams throughout the whole release. You know, I saw it on Captain Canada stream, I saw it on XP72 streams, happened a little bit on my stream, happened on Q8 stream. What happens is I can have my own opinion about something, right? But then people will come into your stream and then they want to take it out on the streamer or the content creator, which is just like they just want to come in there and rant. Like that's going to accomplish nothing. And I think that kind of behavior is kind of stupid, to be honest with you. But I understand people are frustrated, and I actually agree with a lot of the people that are frustrated. You know, how do you let an airplane that's been in development for so long come out with that many bugs? But there's ways to address that, right? There's ways to have some tact, there's ways to be respectful, but say, hey, respectfully, this product is nowhere ready to be released. It needs some work, you know. That's one way, instead of coming in and saying, oh, this thing sucks, I can't believe I spent this, and why are you even streaming with it, blah, blah, blah. So that's kind of what I was hinting at with the community being hard to please. But I agree with a lot of the guys, you know, I totally agree with y'all. Is there an up-to-date list of accessories? James Monks, are you talking about for my sim? I am going to get a full list this week because I got more stuff coming on Monday, and I will put a full list, and then I'm just going to ping it. I'm just going to put it in the description of every stream, and I'll have everything listed there on every stream. How we doing? Let's come down here. Let's put MKJS. 247 miles. We probably should start thinking about our descent. I'm actually enjoying it. Look at this, though. Look at that. Need to come to Canada in the Flight Factor 320 with some Air Canada ops. I do need to get back in the Flight Factor. I'm over that song. What's range of the Bravo compared to the real 320? It's pretty good, Issa. It's honestly, it's pretty good. I don't have an actual number for you, like what percent, but I'll say this, it's much more realistic compared to the TCA thrust levers, because the TCA thrust levers have those equal space detents that just make hand flying very, very difficult. Because it's just, you move an inch and you just went from 0 to like 75% thrust, which it's not that way in the real airplane at all. James Monks, yeah. Look, James, I'll tell you right now, because I have them and I think they're still in stock. I've put some hard work on my MFG crosswinds this week. I haven't been streaming because my voice was off, but I've been at the office. I've been doing some work. I've been flying some digital combat sim stuff. I've been flying some GA stuff. And I can tell you now, after a week of use, I have absolutely zero regrets in my purchase. My only thing that I kind of wish I did is I wish I bought maybe some more pedal options, maybe the full-size foot. I just bought the little combat pedals, like they kind of look like 172 pedals down there, which is fine, but they're a little bit higher than I'm accustomed to from my Saytech. So if you're a person like me that likes to keep your heels on the floor, it's going to take just a little bit getting used to, but other than that, so far, zero complaints, zero buyer's remorse. I do recommend the dampener mod that they sell. Very easy to install, just 2 extra bolts. It makes them very smooth, very smooth. Time to retire the diaper box. Tom, the thing is, I didn't retire the diaper box because I got one of my cameras sitting on it, so I still can't get rid of the Pampers box. I still have the Pampers box. I still use it to keep one of my cameras on. Clear Drake Fubar, thank you for the $3 dono, man. I know it took me a minute to get to that. It says, as always, thanks for sharing your insight. Absolutely, Fubar. Thank you for your continued support, man, on the streams and being a member and just hanging out. Appreciate you very, very much. Thank you for that $3 dono. You got it, Jeff. I'll mark it. Noted. Thank you, sir. Issa, yes, there is that mod. I believe one of the fans of the channel, Hoka Toich, I believe he made a mod for the thrust levers, which is a great idea. Some guys love it. I think if you have the opportunity to get the mod, pick it up. Definitely pick it up, because the TCA levers, it is a very convenient thrust lever setup. You know, it's much smaller than the Bravo. So if you're limited on space, and you know, I like the size of those thrust levers on the TCA are very good. So yeah, if you get that detent mod, I think you'll be very happy with that too. I never got the mod, and by the time I had the opportunity to get the mod, I already had my Bravo, and I just said, I'm gonna move on. But Romulus says, I had an earlier model MFG without the holes for the dampener. I had to do my own modification. Nice, Romulus. Well, hopefully, they sell a modification piece for it now. I wonder if that, maybe you probably made one yourself. But either way, Romulus, I still zero remorse with the MFGs. I'm liking them a lot. Flying with Mike, thank you for the $10 super sticker there, man. Much appreciated, man. Thank you for your support on stream. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate you. Juan says, hi, saying hi all the way from Colombia. Juan, we're going to be back in Colombia soon, my friend. I'm getting ready to do some more flying down there in Colombia. We're going to be back down there for sure. I love flying down there in Microsoft Flight Sim too, nonetheless. So thank you for stopping by the stream, man. We're going to be doing some GA flying in Colombia. All right, let's look at our charts here. Let's go to the arrival. I don't need this one anymore. Let's go ahead and pull this out. MKJS is where we're headed. 10-9 page. We're going to pin you. And then we're on the Omaxi 5. Let's load that up. Pretty self-explanatory. We're coming in from Halls, I believe. Basically take you to an arc, which is interesting. Speed max 250 below 10. Let's go plan mode, zoom it in, let's see what we're dealing with here. So it doesn't draw the arc, which is interesting. Maybe we'll have to do a hand flown arc. Where's Dimitri at? He loves that stuff. Alright, so what I'm going to do is there's no altitudes associated with this. I'm going to make my own. In fact, what do I always tell you guys? So when you don't have anything on your chart for descent, real world stuff right here, fixed info page. I'm going to put in the airport, MKJS, and we're going to put up our rings. I want a 30-mile radius, and I know I want to be about 10,000 feet, 250 knots from that point, so I've got a little radius there. Now, Inari, if I go into plan view here, we'll zoom it in, and let's scroll down a little bit. What's Inari look like? So Inari is not that far off. This is a 10-mile or 40-mile radius there. So you know what? I'm going to make Inari. I'm going to put an altitude at Inari just to help us out. We're going to do a manual altitude constraint here. Let's do 250 on descent at 10,000 feet. It's set. And I'm going to go ahead and let's see here, progress page. We're 154 miles out. So let's do a little math here. We're at 37,000 feet. Flying with Mike. Wait, oh, I don't know. That was just a super delayed super chat there, miss. Thank you, Fly with Mike, man. Much appreciated, man. Yeah, it just came in super late on the alert box there. Don't know what that's all about. All right, back to where we are. We're at 37,000 feet. We want to be down at 10,000 feet, right? So we subtract that. That's 27. So let's multiply that by 3. That's roughly 81 miles. So at 81 miles from Inari, we should start down. I'm going to give myself... Actually, you know what? Because Inari is still a little bit further out, we're just going to start at 81 miles from Inari. We'll start down to 10,000 feet. So we got a little bit of time left to go there. We're looking good. Let's go back outside. Oh, isn't this what Captain Canada's song? I think it is. We'll skip it. We don't want to steal any thunder. Michael Foster, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream, dude. Just crossed over Cuba. We didn't get shot down. Things are looking up, my friends. Things are looking up. I know. What a peaceful day for flying. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. There are a lot of choices, James. There are a lot of choices. I believe they have an option where, like, they discount if you select 2. You get I think there was an option where if you pick 2, you get a slightly discounted. Might consider that. Don't I add 10 nautical miles to slow down? Christian, you're absolutely correct. But the thing is, that Inari intersection is about 10 miles from my actual radius ring. So that's why I didn't put it on there. That's why we're going to go down right at the top. And I'll show you guys, this will be a good example of what happens if you don't add a little bit of buffer. We'll probably be a little bit high and or a little bit fast right at the Inari intersection. But that's okay because we're still going to be outside of that 30 nautical mile ring from the airport itself. How do I turn on the speed in an A320? How do you turn on the speed autopilot? Auto thrust, you mean? It automatically will turn on when you go into the auto thrust range, which is indicated here by the solid white line on the thrust quadrant right here. So you see it just above idle, all the way up to flex MCT. This is considered auto thrust. Now it should be armed on takeoff. If you go to the auto thrust range, it should illuminate here. If for some reason this is not illuminated, press the auto thrust push button and it should turn on. Now it will only turn on if you're in the auto thrust range. Again, that's the flex MCT detent all the way down to just above idle. Because if you go into idle, you're going to disengage auto thrust. You should do some shared cockpit ops with XP. Dude, I've been wanting to do a shared cockpit with XP for some time now. Got to figure out how to do it. We got to figure out how to get that going on. Mike says it looks nice, Microsoft, but not for me on the airline side yet. Well, you guys been seeing the PMDG stuff? I think, who is it? Chewy posted something, or Christian, you posted something about Chewy flying the PMDG 7.3. Look, I'm telling y'all right now, when the PMDG drops and or the Phoenix and or the 146. I just need one more airliner here in Microsoft. Just give me one more full fidelity airliner, and we're going to do a finale stream. We'll probably do it as a group flight. We'll do it as a bourbon group flight in X-Plane. I don't know where we're going to go from to yet. Maybe we'll do the first stream I ever did. We'll do just the whole thing. I think the first stream I ever did was Phoenix to Vegas, or it might have been Vegas to Phoenix. So we'll just do that. We'll do a Vegas turn out of Phoenix, group flight status, and then that's going to be it. I'm going to wipe it from my hard drive because you're going to need all new stuff anyway for X-Plane 12. So it will be the breakup. It's not goodbye forever. It's just see you later. And but that's all I need, man. Just give me one more airliner here in Microsoft, and I'm going to wait for 12. Christian, when the PMDG comes out, you're going to be Boeing for a while? Heck yeah, man. Just call me Flight Deck 3 Sim, you know? I might even pick up the pendular yoke just because I'm going to be a Boeing pilot. Kool-Aid full-time. FS Kool-Aid. Fubar, you reminded me. I'm going to see if I can adjust this now. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can do it while streaming. Let's see here. I think I can. Let me see here. This would be really cool. I have a new emoji coming courtesy of Mr. Fubar. Probably need to start down here. Blah, 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 blah. I think I can, Fubar. I'm gonna call it. Tell me when I save the download. Did you? I think you dropped that in the Discord, didn't you? You DM'd it to me. Let me pull it up right here. Where are you at, Fubar? I swear, I've got like so many DMs, and half of them I don't respond to. I apologize. Fubar, send it to me again, man. Oh no, I found it. I found it. I hope it's not too small. I may have to adjust it. I don't think it is. Let me see. All right, so I'm gonna save it now. Y'all let me know if you have it. Basically, it's a Microsoft Flight Simulator Kool-Aid emoji. We are 98 miles. We got to start our destination data here. Oh, it didn't load. Maybe if you refresh the stream. You'll have it. Let's go ahead and dial in 10,000 feet. We're getting ready to start down. Ready to start down, boy. You sound like you're from Texas. Alright. Let's get our updated weather. We'll go McDo menu. X-Plane 11 just has many fun planes to fly, but with 146 to A310, I could be tempted to the dark side. Exactly. We got the FS Kool-Aid emoji. Anybody born like mid-90s and earlier probably is going to full-blown understand the emoji. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anybody ever listen to Dane Cook? He did a whole skit on the Kool-Aid dude busting down walls. Man, I was crying the first time I heard that. Where are we going? MKJS, right? We'll send that off. We'll get our updated weather. What's our prog page telling us? We are 90 miles out from Inari, which at that point we will start down to 10,000 feet. Do I recommend going to college to get the airlines? Ari, probably. Yeah, it's going to make you a little bit more desirable as far as application status goes. Sender's online. Beautiful 25.4. Let's give him a call. Center, good afternoon. Frontier Flight 357, level flight level 370.
Frontier Flight 357, Kingston, radar squawk 6773.
Squawk 6773 for Frontier Flight 357. I can't see the sun.
Chicago 475 Heavy. The field is at your 10 o'clock, 11 miles before in sight.
It's hard to hear you saying that, this X-Plane 11, because you've been a real factor in making X-Plane community as big as it is. Besides the other streamers, hope you'll be back at 12. Nevada rocks, of course. I'm going to be in 12 a lot. I am no way like abandoning X-Plane. In fact, I'll go ahead and get rid of the music for now. In fact,
Frontier Flight 357, radar contact 17 miles north of Nibio, flight level 370. Descend and maintain 15,000, thanks to QNH 1014.
Descend and maintain a 15,000 3014 for Frontier 357. All right, 15,000 is blue. Thrust idle, open, descent. Here we go. But what I was going to say is I would wager to say that I might even enjoy X-Plane 12 more than Microsoft Flight Sim. But I'm just saying at this current time, you know, with I've seen the pictures of 12. I know what Microsoft has. I'm ready. You know, I'm ready. Almost all my ortho has been corrupted anyway on 11. So it just.
As we have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for our approach. If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Whew. All right. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Anyway. Where'd my mouse go? Where'd my mouse go? Why is my mouse gone? There it is. Let's see. 299. Oh, 999. 1014. Yeah, we'll print that. Pull that up front. Better get a blue airplane, V1.
1841, ready to taxi. Delta 1841, taxi via Alpha, holding port runway 12.
Yeah, Hawks, exactly. Exactly. Both sims definitely have their strengths and weaknesses. You're 100% correct. Got a little bit light on the gas.
Yeah, Alpha to runway 12.
We're at a 33, we're descending down. I'm going to transition this so we're not like ripping here. About 290 or so on the speed. We're going down to 15,000. We can plan on the ILS 7, so let's go ahead and throw that in here. We already know that. 1014. Temperature was 29. And the winds are 040 at 13 now. Let's take a look at the approach. ILS DME 7. Hopefully we'll just get a visual. Just say, hey man, you're clear of the visual. Ooh, look at this. Got to join via the ARC or full procedure from Sangster, which with ATC I don't think we're going to be doing that. So ILS 304. We're going to do manual brakes, full reverse. That is set. Let me get replay ready to roll here. Hawks, I don't either. There's no downside. In fact, it's better for us as consumers. It's 100% better, man. Competition is good for the consumer. Big time. All right, we're all set up to come down now. We've got 304 in the barrel, manual brakes, full flaps, full reverse. That's in the box. We're just saying a 15,000. Can't quite make it out yet. Look at that long horn on the tail. Gotta love it. You're exactly right, Fubar. Pixelated Wolf, I think they are. Are cargo pilots any different from normal ones? I mean, working night, more calm flights, less stress, and big planes? Not always, man. Not always, but it's a different lifestyle. Backside of the clock, red eye flying.
Cargo 475, vacate via Echo.
There's a lot of there's good things and bad things to be a cargo pilot. It just depends what you're looking for, what you're looking to get out of your career, man.
Cargo 475. Roger.
Hawks, you and me both, man. Andre said, I just saw some Longhorns earlier today, just north of Fort Worth.
357.
Majestic
Expect
East.
a visual approach on 07 after Enari, direct Anapa, Alpha November, Alpha Papa Alpha.
Alright, after Enari, direct Napa, we'll expect a visual for runway 7 for Frontier 357. Alright, so there's multiple ways to do this. Let's see if we can do it this way. So there's a Napa on the ILS. So if I select Enari, next waypoint is a Napa, so I'm going to put ANAPA right here, and then insert that, and that should clean it up for us, which in fact it does. Enari and Napa, and hopefully we'll have it in sight, so we'll be able to just hand fly with the stick cam. I have a company message still? Where? No, we're good.
312 on the Echo taxiing to Cargo.
What's the difference in career between the two? A heck of a lot, man. There's all kinds of differences.
And 16 Alpha.
But being a cargo pilot is a lot harder on your body, that's for sure. I've talked to some freight guys that are in their mid-50s. They look like they're about 84 years old. So it's a lot harder on your body, for sure. No doubt about that. In the destination data page, what do you put as the winds if they are variable? I normally just put 0. Or you can put a tailwind, or you can put a headwind. This is whatever your company recommends. I just put 0. They're variable. Because I don't want any additional performance. You know, I want worst case scenario, so you could put a direct tailwind. Like if they're variable at 3, just put a tailwind. That would be the most conservative. How do you set the camera shortcuts? Watch the XP72 video. You sent a CP DLC. I don't think I'm on. I don't think I logged in, right? No messages.
Frontier flight 1223, Kingston radar, squawk 6767.
You don't have anything, man. I don't think I'm connected.
Frontier flight 357, descend and maintain 8,000.
Descend and maintain 8,000, Frontier 357.
Frontier flight 1223, radar.
Alright, so I'm going to dial up the speed here first. So I'm going to go 320 to get down, and then at 10,000 feet, we're going to slow down. Yeah, I don't think I'm on Hoppy. I don't know how to log into. I forget how to log into Hoppy. I know I did it on the INI.
Delta 1841, wind 140 at 9 knots.
Is it possible to see flying small GA planes like the 172 Microsoft? Really want to see your thoughts and knowledge about these. You know what? There definitely is.
Here for takeoff, Delta 1841.
Max G-force on landing to not be considered a hard landing. I don't know the number off the top of my head, Michael, but I can tell you it's got to be pretty dang hard. I've had some. So what will happen is if it exceeds the G limit on touchdown, it will print what's called a load 15 report. And basically that means there's been an exceedance on touchdown and maintenance needs to come to the airplane. And I've had some really, really hard landings. Not me, well, I've had some hard landings too, but I've seen some even worse than what I've done. And it doesn't even print. It doesn't print the load 15 report. So I don't know what the actual threshold is, but it's up there. Alright, we're looking good now. 320 on the speed. At about 11,000 feet, I'll dial up 250 and we'll slow down. I challenge you to fly the B-247 by Wing 42. I'll have to check it out, man. How is cargo more hard on the body? Because you're flying at night most of the time, man. You're flying at night, you're flying backside of the clock, red eye stuff. Over time, that wears on you. Am I going to get the Phoenix 320? Nah, I think I'm going to pass. I don't think I'm going to get it. Of course, man. Of course I'm going to get the Phoenix. I will pick that up day one. Like I said, if I can, I will just drop a trip so we can fly it on stream. I'm very excited for that airplane.
Flight to the gate, like to ATC, set rest time, go 475. Thanks for flying, have a good day. You too.
You're a night owl, sounds perfect. Well, that's the thing, Crow. A lot of guys that are night owls, and ladies, they love it. It's not really better or worse unless it's what you prefer, you know. People who enjoy night stuff, and that's not all at night. Once you get some seniority, you get some, you know, day shift stuff. But all right, let's go ahead and spoil brakes. Let's slow it down. I have not, Jeff. I have not. I've not changed them. I'd love to see a tutorial how to fly the Phoenix Hawks. Yeah, what I'm thinking I'm going to do is, since my professional series is pretty dated now, I will probably redo the whole professional series on the Airbus on the Phoenix. That's kind of the plan. Why does this still say Ursus up here? See that? Very interesting. Alright, there's 250. Just about. Let's get our lights on. We'll leave those on since we have ATC. Seatbelt sign is coming on. And we'll give them a forward call at a 10,000 feet. Or actually, no, that's not. They'd actually call them down here. Flight attendants prepare for landing. At a 10. Kind of concerned of what our ND is showing here, but an Aria Napa. Let's get our LS push buttons on as well. And we're in selected speed, so we'll just go ahead and activate and confirm the approach phase. We're going back home, vacation's canceled? Hope not. Alright, so I see a Napa up there. Don't think it's tracking it. So, let's do this. Direct to Napa. This is not proper. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Remember, it's experimental.
Enter flight 1223, expect visual approach, runway 07, after Anari, direct Anapa, Alpha November, Alpha Papa Alpha.
So Napa's right there. I think we're
That's a 1841 radar contact at 5,800, climb and maintain in front of a 300, turn left, direct Petso.
What's the mechanic button push for? That'll ring a bell downstairs by the nose gear.
That's a 1841, climb and maintain in front of
Hawks,
a 300.
no worries, man. Appreciate the compliments, man. Thank you.
Flight level 300.
Yeah, you were an FS Labs guy. Hey man, I love the FS Labs is a hell of an airplane. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I'm hoping the Phoenix, if the hype is real, I think it's going to rival it. But we shall see. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. There's Betsy on the tail. Do you know when
Flight 123, descend and maintain
73 is going to be launched? I have no idea. No idea, my friend. Alright, so we're level 8. What is a Napa final approach fix? Altitude 1,800 feet. So we'll keep that in the back of our mind in case we get a visual here. I'm still looking for... I think I can start... I think I'm seeing it up there now. Home of XP-72.
Flight 357, descend and maintain 2,000.
Descend and maintain 2,000, Frontier Flight 357. Thrust idle, open descent down to 2. Here we go. Interesting, Hawks. I did not know that. I didn't know they were teasing anything. That would be very interesting indeed, man. Very interesting. Al says, checked out airline videos, live spotter page on YouTube 2 hours later. Oh, yeah. I have things to do. It's funny, Al. I don't know why that it gets recommended in my feed. I've never watched airplane spotter stuff before. But lately it's been recommended in my YouTube feed, and I started clicking on it, and I'll just put it on for background noise or ambiance, whatever. And actually, before the stream, I was watching San Jose Airport live. There was a Hawaiian 321 Neo taking off. Or taxiing, one of the two.
And Frontier Flight 357, advise when you have the airfield in sight.
We're looking Frontier Flight 357. Can't quite see it yet. I'm going to come down a little bit faster here. Let's go spoil brakes out. I want to get down low. Maybe we'll be able to see it get below some of these clouds. Then we'll just call it for the visual. But yeah, Al, I get caught now looking at airline spotter stuff too. What's your thought about the flight model between X-Plane and Microsoft? I read they use different method to calculate physics. Which one is more accurate? As far if you're talking from the base sim, like the X-Plane base flight model and Microsoft base flight model, 125% X-Plane 11. The flight model in X-Plane is far superior to what is in Microsoft. Now, that's why I'm waiting for an airplane to release that has truly its own flight model, either outside of the sim or just not based on the flight model in Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's what I'm waiting for. So I don't want any native Microsoft Flight Simulator flight models. I want an external flight model, because the one in Microsoft to me is does not feel very, very good. It's very springy is the only term I can really use to describe how I feel like the default model flies in Microsoft. Now you can adjust that with some curves. And, I've been using some curves and saturations for the Cessna 414. I know the Just Flight Aero is pretty good if you have a little bit of curvature in there. So you can make it fly really nice with GA stuff. And GA airplanes are, for lack of a better word, a little bit springy depending on if you're out of trim or how much you're actually moving. So it's more believable. But for airliner stuff, I don't even touch. I have not touched a single airliner in Microsoft Flight Sim that's not the Fly By Wire airplane. Watch the DFW guy, Airliners Live, LA flights, nice. Dennis, what's up, man? Good evening from the Netherlands. Nice to get you stream. Welcome aboard, Dennis. Welcome aboard. Yeah, the 146 from Just Flight, man. I'm very excited about that. Is that the airport over there?
2,500.
Okay, we're way low now. Let's go ahead and speed brakes in. Speed out star. I think that is indeed the airport. How far? Where are you going, Mr. Airplane? You should be going direct to Napa. We'll redirect you. It wants to keep turning around and doing this arc. Nope. Nope. I think I got it. Field sight for Frontier 357.
Frontier Flight 357, cleared visual approach, runway 07. Join left base, descend at your discretion.
All right, join left base for 07. Cleared runway. Cleared visual 07 for Frontier 357. All right, we're cleared for the visual 07 on a left base over a Napa, which what we're set up for, which is 1,800 feet. So we're looking good. We got our light on because we're cleared for left base. This is where you got to be a little bit cautious about your speed. I like to be about 180 knots on base. We're approaching 5 knots, so I'm just coming right back to 180 right now. Let that roll back. Going to help it out here with a little bit of speed brake.
Going to fly to 357, wind 040 at 13 knots, runway 07, clear land.
Runway 07, clear to land, Frontier 357. All right, nose light on. We are cleared to land. I'm going to start recording the replay. Replay is on. And I need to put you guys in live cam, or tiller cam, joystick cam. That's on. VFE next minus 1 flaps 1. Speed brake up. I'm going to go autopilot off. Flight director's off. Give me the bird up top. VFE next minus 10, flaps 2. Captain Rico, what's up, man? I was wondering if you were my pilot. Nice, man. Are you the controller? All right, so I'm going to hold about 2,000 feet here. There's the lead-in lights. We're looking good. We're joining a left base over a Napa, which is about 1,800 feet. I'm going to dial in 1,800 right now, just so we don't get the alarm. And I think that's pretty much good. Let's go manage speed. Gear down. Spoil brakes arm. Turn it into final. Here we go. I'm going to go man thrust as well.
Let me know when you have the seal in sight.
We'll let you know.
There we go. Good arm. VFE next minus 10 flaps 3. A little bit of an overshoot there. VFE minus 10 flaps full. Get the power up. Let's get back on center line and cabin check. A little bit of an overshoot there. That's because I don't have track IR. I'll just chalk it up to that. Very difficult to make 90-degree turns without a track IR. Spoils you. Does your flap lever have deep tense? Yes, indeed it does. Just like the Airbus. So like I can't move it. Alright, we're on speed, on slope. Landing checklist, cabin crew advised, auto thrust is off. ECAM memo, landing all green. Landing checklist is complete here. A little bit of a crosswind from the left here, about 6 knots.
1,000.
Looking good. I feel like that 130 VF, jeez.
FedEx 54, expect vector Dallas approach runway 12.
Yeah, see this right here, just being able to make small adjustments to the thrust levers. Love it. About 50%, 55. That's all you need, really. You don't have to be too much of a throttle jockey. Although that wind picked up a little bit, now we're looking at about 12 knots off the left.
$500.
Matt Hawkins, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, man. Got me on short final there, caught it at the corner of my eye. Thank you so much, man, for your support. It says love the channel. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for stopping by too on a last-minute stream.
Minimum.
Very, very appreciative of everybody stopping by today. All right, there's minimums. We're clear to land, down to land.
223,
two whites, 2 reds,
07.
14 knots out of the left.
100.
We'll slide below the slope here a little bit.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Oh, I was trying to get the butter. I was trying to go for a butter there. Spoilers. Reverse green. Manual brakings. $70 knots. Stow them. We'll roll to the end.
Friendly flight 357, landing time 47. Vacate right when able, taxi via Alpha to the gate. Good day.
Right turn, Alpha to the gate. Thanks for the ATC, Frontier 357.
Thanks for flying, good.
Alright, here we go. Yaman. Make a right-hand turn here. Ooh, I'm liking that. So I got caught off guard. See, I got caught off guard with my brakes being higher than normal. That's why I wish, if you're looking at the MFGs, you might want to pick up the full-size pedal as an option. Kind of wish I had that for civil stuff.
1223, wind
as far as
040 knots, runway 07, quick land.
Military stuff, it's really good. No excuses. All right, we'll go ahead and stop the recording. We'll go ahead and clean up the rest of our lights here. We're not going to start the APU and we're not going to shut down because we got to do replay. So we're just going to take it to the gate here. We'll watch this guy land. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Montego Bay, Jamaica. A little bit floaty there. It's all right. Everything I haven't been able to get much info on the Bravo, but the reverse button or an axis, it's a button. It is a button. That is the one downside of it. But if you bind it right, for the majority of stuff, it works good. Like, so when I toggle these levers, I go into idle reverse, and then when I push down, I go into hold max reverse. So it's essentially working the same. You just can't go intermediate, which, if I'm being 100% honest with you, you're either going to be an idle reverse or max reverse in the Airbus. Very rarely do you go kind of in between, at least for me anyway. Tom, what's up, man? Thank you for the $10 super chat, sir. He says, the only downside to all these great peripherals you have is you're running out of excuses for oopsie moments.
FedEx 54, descend and maintain 900,000.
Great streams as always, Captain. Exactly, Tom. Yeah, there's no more excuses for rudder pedals now, right? No more centerline excuses. Gotta give me a few streams to get used to them, though. Come on, do that. I think we did pretty good. It actually felt pretty good, I'll be honest with you. I'm so scared to press on the rudder pedals, just out of habit, you know, from my old SATEC ones. So when I did make a little bit of correction there, hopefully we'll see it on the replay. It actually felt really good, felt really smooth. Thank you, Cam. I appreciate that, man. All right, we're gonna park right next to this Frontier. We'll make a hard left in here. Look, there's a lot of Frontier here today. Go ahead and kill that.
FedEx 54, fly heading 180.
What is the best recording app? I use Flight Recorder, but there's none that's really good, if I'm being honest with you. We don't have any marshallers, so I'm going to try to do my best to line her up. How we looking? Oh, yeah, we're looking pretty good. Thank you for the new subscribe. Appreciate that, Craig. Oh, man, we hit that one hard. That was a full-blown southwest stop right there. Brake set. We're not going to shut down. Recording is done, so I'm going to put you guys back into the live cam here. Let me make sure you can't see anybody on short final.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
Bank angle.
Downloading MSFS as we speak.
Wow.
Your fault. Thanks for another great stream.
Mr. Scott. Dude, thank you for the massive $50 dono, man. Just downloading Microsoft, my fault. Hey, dude. Throw up the Fly By Wire 320. do just a normal A to B flight, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised, Scott. I think you will be pleasantly surprised, man. Do an A to B full flight. Let me know. Put your screenshots in the Discord, man. Thank you again for that huge, massive dono. Bank angle check right back at you, sir. Thanks again. All right, we're going to disconnect from that sim. We're going to go replay mode. And we're going to go replay. Here we are. I'm going to reconfigure the flaps full, re-on the spoil brakes. So they're going to start coming out now. It's kind of cool, actually, on this angle. Watch the flaps deploy. This is default scenery, but yes, it is default.
Gentlemen, once again, for the flight deck, your captain speaking. We've just reached our cruising altitude for the flight.
Skip forward.
Settle in. I do want to remind you to please keep your feet and elbows clear from the aisle as the flight attendants will be coming
resume.
to the cabin with galley carts shortly. Also, one
Hello from Australia. I would have a question. Do you train single engine circling? You're talking about a single engine circling approach? I don't think so. We do single engine. We do visual single engine patterns, but we don't. If you mean like a full blown, shoot and approach to minimums and circle on a single engine, no, I don't think we do that. Came down on Frontier and the pilot dropped it. What? Is the VNAV good? It's very much in experimental phase still. Very much in the experimental phase, so you got to be on top of it. But just work with open descents, flight path angle, vertical speed. Use the 3-to-1 rule, Scott. Use the 3-to-1 rule I've been teaching. So don't rely on the VNAV to get you out of a scenario. In fact, I wouldn't even trust it, unless you want to be actively monitoring and testing it. But yeah, use your open descents. Use your 30-mile rule, 3-to-1 rule, and you're going to be just fine. Look at this shot coming in over the bay. I don't know why, I love seeing this part of the leading edge. Like when the slats are fully out, seeing this part flex, it's like this perfect little round, I don't know, there's something about it that just looks so cool. We'll watch it from the other end here, resume. And we're going to watch that once from outside here as well. I mean, that water though is just straight juice. I need some Kool-Aid emojis in chat. Someone give me the Kool-Aid. I'm drinking a lot of this Kool-Aid right now. Haven't been watching the Masters? No, Rams, I need to. How'd Tiger do? Did he even make the cut? Let me know, dude. V1, how did I miss this flight to my home? Enjoy the jerk chicken. XP, what's up, man? The resident Jamaican in the house, guys. Huge shout out, XP72. What's up, man? Yeah, it was a last minute stream, man. I wasn't even sure if I was going to stream today. Last minute, I said, I want to go down to Jamaica. My mouth is still burning from my jerk chicken I made the other week, dude. Still burning, but it was good. It was dang good, man. How's he doing today, Rams? How'd he do today? Look at that water. That water is straight juice. A little bit of aileron correction there, a little bit of a decrab, a little bit of a float, a little bit of a float, a little bit of a butter. Oh yeah. Alright, let's watch the outside view. Let's see what we did. That part looks good. Alright, let's go ahead and pause. Let's go ahead and bring it back. Right about there. Resume. See how we did. I need to get a controller like XP has so I can like move myself over to the runway threshold, watch the flyby. It's +3 today through 8. Ouch. Rams fan, absolutely, man. Walkerswood jerk seasoning is no joke. With your XP, it is no joke, dude. No joke, man. I might make some more tomorrow. We'll see. Now let's see. So here we go. I'm coming in. Look, I was scared to use my rudder pedals. A little bit of a crab on touchdown. But we got her straight. We got her straight there. We had a nice little 14-knot direct crosswind. Let's watch a few more. Music up. Coming in right over the lines there. Yeah, see, nice little crab. I just scared to decrab it. That's all. I like this shot right here. Take it easy, Gnar. We'll see you, bud. Oh, what? Oh, come on. That was a butter, no. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Last minute stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I had fun. It's good to be back and interacting with everybody here in the chat. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope to see you on a future stream here. If you guys like this video, if you like this content, please hit the like button for me on the way out. Thank you guys for all the donos, the super chats, the subscribers. You guys are awesome. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Shout out to XP72, man. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good one with the family in town this weekend. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Y'all stay safe, stay healthy. I'm B1. See ya!
500. 400. 300.